So, hi, everybody, and welcome to our first ever Make Your Environment Empowering event. It's a bit of a mouthful. Um, but if you've never heard of me, my name's Natasha Minter. I am one of the proud team members of Team Healthy and Empowered. I absolutely love what our team has created, and I really wanted to share with you all what it is that we've actually created and what it is that keeps us all going on our bad days and also, empowers us on our good days. So I was having a bit of a brainwave today, in fact, and I was thinking there must be a way that I can share with people like what it is that we do in our team to kind of stay in a good place mentally, positively, and really work towards what it is that we want to do in our life. And there's a key factor for this which I think is super important. And I feel like I talk about this a lot on social media, but perhaps we don't necessarily have an event space for it. Obviously, the world is moving online. It just makes so much sense to do this event online rather than in person. I would like to do something in the future where I do like a big kind of like seminar kind of style workshop. So maybe that's something I'm putting out into the universe, and we'll see if that happens. But first of all, I'll give you a bit of a quick intro, and then I'm going to actually just share a little bit what this call is going to be about. And then I'm just going to go into giving you guys some tips on how to make your environment empowering. So the first thing I want to just share with you is I'm Natasha. If you've never met me, you can get me on like every social media possible. I'm on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Our team, Healthy and Empowered, has an Instagram, a Facebook, and we're just about to launch our new website, which is really exciting, and that will be healthyempowered.com. So super cool that we actually have our own website, and can't wait for you guys to see what that's about. And I'm really excited that me and one of the girls in the team are actually going to start blogging for the website as well. So giving you like our top 5 tips of the week, or our top 5 insights from the week. So lots of new exciting things coming. It's a really great thing to be part of the Team Healthy and Empowered right now. And I love being part of this movement that just keeps continuing to grow, and our mission has always been the same, and it just keeps on developing and getting stronger. So I'm really grateful for that. So I myself, I live in London. I just moved to a new place, which is like a dream come true because it's where I originally used to live. I'm in the area. I actually can see my old flat building from where I'm sat right now, which is a little bit weird. But it's okay. So I am a model. I have 2 businesses. Healthy and Empowered is one of them. And I also work as a waitress. I'm really big on creating an environment around me that really empowers me all the time, because I live in a world where I don't really have my family around me very often. Like, they all live up north. I don't get to see, my best friends or people that I really love every single day. I don't get to see my team as often as I would like. And for me, it's really important to make sure that I utilize social media in the best way that I can to help my environment as empowering as possible. So I actually just went to see someone speak tonight, which was so incredible, and it inspired me so much with this talk. So I am going to share with you the nuggets that I got basically from this talk that I just went to. And I feel so lucky that I just went to a talk that was talking about, be careful of the voices that you listen to. So as I, share on this online event, feel free to take notes, feel free to ask questions. If you have anything, that you want to ask or want to add, just shoot your hand up or take yourself off mute. You're more than welcome to interrupt me. I've made some notes, so hopefully my train of thought will go back to original. But basically, the first thing I really want to talk about is that the voices you listen to will determine the future of your experience. So it's really important. What this means is that if you are listening to negative voices, your future will most likely end up being something, your experiences will be more negative than positive. So you really have to listen and be careful who you listen to. It's really important that you don't just listen to every Jack, Tom, Harry that comes around the corner and tells you something of their opinion on what you're doing, because the truth is you aren't going to be able to please everybody, like at all. Like that's really important that you know that. Everything you do in your life, you will have naysayers. You will have people that question you, and you will have people that, you know, don't really understand the vision or the mission that you're on. But you don't need everybody to understand that. You just need you to understand what your vision is, what your mission is, and who you are and the person you want to become. Because when you know and you have an unshakable belief in you and an unshakable faith, then no one can rock you. But you have to learn how to build up that unshakable belief in yourself. And there's so many other ways that you can do that. And I'm not going to focus too much on that tonight, but you know, there are so many ways that you can build on your own personal self-development. And it's really important that you do that. And a way to make that stronger around you is to be careful on who the voices are that you listen to. So that's kind of the first point I want to make. And it's the reason I share that with you is because, you know, for me, I've been into personal development for nearly 3.5 years now. It's been an incredible journey. I'm so grateful that I, you know, started reading books by, like, my first book I read was Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. Other favorite books of mine have been The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. There's another book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma that I absolutely love. And then also The 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. So if you've never, ever, you don't know what self-development is, maybe you're on this call and you're like, I have no idea what I joined, or maybe you're watching the recording, it's okay. Like, I was that person too. I had no idea what this word personal development meant. And I thought it was a bit of voodoo, to be honest with you. I kind of didn't believe that there was something out there that could make me a better person. Yet I knew that I needed to be better in myself. So there are a few of my books that I really, really love that I'm really grateful that I started reading. And personal development is something that I invest time into every day. If you only have 5 minutes or you have, you know, an hour, whatever it is, like, please make sure you are doing something that builds your person and builds you, because this world will tear you down and this world will try and do everything it can, you know, to beat you down sometimes. And that isn't anybody's fault. You know, it's just the way it is. Humans sometimes don't know how to deal with things. So instead of, like, you know, looking in the mirror and dealing with their own insecurities, they put their insecurities on you. So, I mean, I'm sure many of you have heard, you know, other people tell you before stuff that actually they think about themselves, like, oh my God, you're so fat, did you gain weight? And it's basically just a girl being really cruel to you. And in fact, maybe she's the one that needs to go and, you know, look after her health. And you're finding that she's, like, spewing her bad energy onto you, and then you're taking it to heart, because we're humans. And, you know, especially if you're a woman, women are very emotional, not that guys aren't, but women are way more emotional. And sometimes these insecurities that you have, we put them onto other people, and it's really, really hard sometimes to kind of take a step back and go, actually, is that true? So I really want to challenge you this week that if you are, you know, maybe you're going through something in your life, maybe there's something, we all have, you know, pain, we all have things that are heavy on our hearts. I really want to challenge you this week to try and share those pains and those challenges with somebody. Don't keep it to yourself. I'm going to talk more about that later, but really, really don't keep it to yourself. And also, when somebody shares their pain and their insecurities with you, like, please don't be a judge, because, like, my thing that I've always said to myself is, like, who am I to judge? Like, there is nothing extra, you know, special about me that I have the right to judge. Like, I am not God. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not God. Who am I to tell you, like, oh, you shouldn't do that and you should do that? Like, that's wrong. And I don't want to be that person. It's not on my it's not on my head, and it's not on my watch that I tell you what you should and shouldn't do. That isn't who I am as a person. But for my friends, I try and be there and support them as much as I can. So I'm going to share this story with you, this analogy that I absolutely love that I heard today. And it's so good. I really hope you all love it as much as I do. So some of you are looking through life. You're looking at life through the filter of bitterness. Now, when you do that, everything in your life will be bitter. Once you put a filter on your eyes, you know, you really don't see things as the way they really are. You see them as you are. So what I mean by that is you might be going through a rough patch. You might be feeling pretty bitter about life right now. You might be pretty bitter around certain things and actions, certain jobs, whatever that is. But because you have got these glasses on, these bitter glasses, you've got the bitter lens on, you're looking at life through a bitter lens, everything in your life is going to look bitter because you are looking at it through these pair of glasses. So the lens that you choose to look at life through is so important, because imagine if you had one bitter thing in your life happen and you put on your bitter glasses and all of a sudden everything else is really bitter. Like you don't even want to taste this food. You don't want to go out for dinner with your friends. You begin to isolate yourself. You decide not to start joining. You know, maybe you want to join one of our calls and you decide, actually, I'm not going to do that because it's not going to help me. Maybe you convince yourself these kind of things that aren't true, but because you have your bitter lens on, you start to tell yourself it is. So I'm going to ask you to imagine that if I gave you a blue filtered like glasses, what color would a yellow bus be? Does anyone have any suggestions? You can type it, you can say it. So you're wearing blue glasses now. So the lens is blue. There's a yellow bus that goes past. What color is the bus? Okay, Naomi says green. She typed that in. Does anybody else have any wild suggestions? Do you see that as green for you? Like green too. Okay, so Rebecca also says green. So actually, the bus is yellow. The bus didn't change color. The bus never changed color. What changed was the way you were looking at the bus. So when you put your glasses on that are bitter, something that is not bitter will become bitter. I hope this makes sense. This literally hit home for me so much. So some of you are thinking, oh my God, I need a new life. If you're on camera and you're kind of thinking sometimes, I need a new life, can you just raise your hand? Like, okay, I had enough people raise their hands. You're thinking, I need a new life. I need a new job. I need a new home. I need a new business partner. I need a new boyfriend. I need a new way of life. I need a new answer. If you're thinking that, I want to tell you, you don't need a new life. You need a new lens. You need a new pair of glasses to look at life. That's all you have to change, the way you're looking at life. You just have to change your perspective. And it's okay sometimes to have doubt. So doubt is okay. We live in a world now where people criticize if you have too much doubt, you know, and actually doubt is okay. But the problem with doubt is if you keep that to yourself. If you keep doubt to yourself, it is going to chew away at you and it is going to cover your life with bitterness, and you're going to put those lenses back on without even knowing you did that. So when you feel doubt, when you feel pain, when you feel anger, you have to talk to somebody about that. You need to find an environment that is empowering, that will enable you to share what you're going through and enable you to be able to talk to that person. And maybe you feel like you don't have that person, but I promise you, you do. You just haven't confided in them the way you thought you could yet. You have so many people around you that love you, all of you that are sitting and watching this. I guarantee you have at least 3 people that love you in your life. And these 3 people, they can't read your mind. Please don't expect anybody to be a mind reader. If you're going through a bad situation, like, people are not going to know unless you tell them. So you have to learn to share your problems, and talking about your problem, like complaining. Okay, so here's the thing with complaining. If you're complaining all the time, which is normal, you're human, like I don't expect you to not complain. But if you're complaining all the time, complaining is this. Complaining is talking about your problem with no intent to solve it. Like, what's the point in complaining when you have no intent to solve it? That's what complaining is. So instead of complaining all the time, learn how to just look at the situation and say, okay, like that part of my life right now isn't quite so great, but that doesn't make everything else in my life crap. Like, it really, really doesn't. Let's say you have 7 boxes in your life. You know, you have your career, you have your job, maybe, your dream career, and then you have your job that pays the bills. You have your house, you have your pets to look after, you have a partner perhaps, then you have your family, and then you have, your fun box. If your fun box starts to look a bit bitter, what happens is so many of us, we start to look at everything else like it's bitter. That's not the truth. Your job might be going really well. Your partner might be the most amazing person on the planet to you right now. Your pets might be giving you all the love and attention, like I can see Naomi's is right now on the camera. So just because one part of your life isn't going well, it really doesn't mean the rest of it isn't going well. So there is nothing wrong as well, I want to say, with a bit of bitterness, as long as you share it with somebody. It's okay to feel a bit bitter. It's okay to feel a bit angry and to feel mad, to feel really angry sometimes, but you have to talk to somebody about it and be willing to listen too. Like, talking to someone is one thing, but you really have to learn how to listen to that person as well. And especially if it's a person that you love and trust, like, they're never going to tell you something that, if there's someone you really love and trust, maybe like a family member, they're really not going to say something in spite to hurt you. And if you really trust them, like, you should really know that in your heart. So I really want you to focus on more focus on yourself, and kind of like making sure that you don't keep these bitter glasses on. Maybe something happened this weekend, or maybe something happened a month ago, maybe it was 2 months ago, who knows? You don't know. You know your life. Maybe something happened and it made you incredibly bitter, and you're still wearing those bitter glasses, and you're kind of thinking, I don't know how to take them off. Well, you came on this call tonight. So coming on this call was a great first step to recovery in taking those bitter glasses off and changing how you see your world and what really is going on. So I applaud you for that, number one. And I want you to know, like, I really, really, really want you to know that it's too soon to quit. You're so young in your life. Even if you're in, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, if the average human lives in between 80 and 90 years old, you have years and years and years left of your life to live out this. So I really, really want you to know that it is too soon to quit, and it is not okay to feel like you need to quit. So if you don't quit, then you win. Like, I absolutely love this. Someone said this today. I absolutely love that. You don't need, if you don't quit, you win. Oh my God, let me say that again. If you don't quit, you win. I wish sometimes I could pause and rewind and say it again. And I really want you to all know and understand that the only person's opinions that really matter are the ones of yours and those few people that you have in your life that you really love and trust. I'm very blessed. I have hundreds and hundreds of acquaintances and friends and people that I know I can have fun things with, right? But in truth, how many people do I really have that when my life the tough gets really bad, or, I have amazing news that I can't really share with anyone, but I want to share it with super special loved ones. Like, I'm very blessed. I have probably nearly 10 people, and that is like so many. But in truth, you don't really need more than 5 people in your life to really, really soak up and understand. So one of the quotes that is on this poster is, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I'd like to kind of just wrap up this call by asking you all to think about, maybe you're making notes, and if you are, great. Please think about the 5 people that you speak to the most in your life, or that you hang out the most in your life. Some of us perhaps don't have people that we get to speak to all the time and hang out with yet. Sorry, I just have to put my Mac in, or we are gonna die. Okay. Some of us, okay, we're on. Some of us probably feel like we don't have, people that we can talk to anytime, any day. But that really isn't the truth, because there are people out there that will do that for you. And maybe you haven't let them know that you need them at any time of day. Again, people are not mind readers. We are only humans. We are not bionic. We are not supernatural people. Supernatural things can happen though, and super miracles can happen. So I really I just want to ask of you that you can just believe in that miracle, believe that tonight something completely changed for you. You might go to bed tonight and tomorrow morning wake up a completely different person, feel completely fresh and new, and like you really press reset tonight and that something in you changed. So if you need that, then I really would just like you to, maybe you can message me privately on the Zoom so that nobody else needs to see it, but you can message me privately on the Zoom just so that I can keep you in my thoughts tonight and I can think about you tomorrow morning. Because I'd really like to know that if there is someone out there that needs a reset, maybe you're feeling a little bit depressed, maybe you're anxious about something that's going on this week. If you are, that's okay, but you need to talk to someone about it. And I want to give you and create this space for you right here, right now, that like I can be that person for you right now. And that there's someone out there praying for you. Whatever your faith is, whatever you believe, I'm not going to sit here and, preach to you about what I believe and who I am. But I do have faith, and I have a very strong faith, and I really believe that miracles can happen and that people can change overnight and that wonderful things do go down if you find as well that you do tell people about your problems and you do tell people where you're at. So if that is you, feel free. You are welcome to private message me. You can even after the call. And I'd just like to make sure that I keep you in my prayers tonight and that I think about you tomorrow as I start my new week on a Monday and I get up and I feel fresh and I think about you. So I just got a message. So I'll definitely keep you in my prayers and I'll definitely make sure that I think about you. And I just want to as well ask everyone, whatever you believe, whatever your faith is, whatever wherever you are in your life, please can you just tonight take a moment to think about one of our team members. Her name is Jenny. She's going into surgery tonight and she's really been unwell. And I really want to make sure that she feels like she has people that are thinking about her. It's really not nice sometimes to feel like you don't know what's going on with your body and, you're poorly and you really aren't in a good place. So I really, really, really want to wish Jenny gets better soon. I know she'll watch this back soon. So I really want to dedicate just some thoughts to Jenny tonight. So I really hope that everybody can help me think about her and just think well thoughts for Jenny and that she'll get better soon. So I think I pretty much covered everything I wanted to talk about tonight. So I really hope that this call has given you some sort of inspiration in some way, shape, or form, and that you guys really feel like you learned something from tonight. So I would love to now I'm just going to ask one of our girls in our team who's been involved with our business for a couple of years now. So it's been amazing to be on this journey with her. I just want to ask Becca, if you can just share what it is that you love about this environment and why you feel it empowers you. And perhaps maybe it's going to be a little bit different to one of your normal stories, and that's okay. But if you could really just share what it is about our team that you really feel empowers you and really puts you on in a good space when you most need it.
Hi guys. So like Tasha said, I'm Rebecca. I've been in this business it will be 2 years next month actually. It's been an incredible journey. A lot has happened. I've changed a lot since I joined this team. I initially joined because, first of all, I was approached by Tasha as we have mutual interest in fitness and health, and we got talking about a program we were both looking into and blah, blah, blah. And then we became good friends and I joined the team. And the main reason I joined this team was I was looking for community. I was looking for support, and I was looking for a family of, women and men who, are there to support you day in, day out. Because I didn't have that at the time. I have family and I have a partner and I do have a few friends around me, but I really don't have that sort of support you need. The area I live in it's not very large, and the people in it are in a completely different mindset. The sort of people who live for the weekends to just go out with the friends, Monday to Friday jobs, living for the weekend, and I just could not do that anymore. I was looking for something else to inspire me and to make the most of my life, because life is way too short to not do that. So the main reason I joined was for community and for a bit more positivity in my life. You know, I really needed to surround myself with the right sort of people. And that's exactly what I've got from this team. And, you know, like Tasha said, we still have bad times. Like, I've had a pretty rough weekend, and, you know, but I know that if I reach out to people in the team, I'm going to get that support, and I'm going to get, you know, I'm going to get love thrown in every direction to me to bring me back up. And, you know, that's exactly why I come on this call tonight as well, because even though I'm feeling crappy, you know, I know that my team will still be there and help bring me out of the mood I might be in. So, yeah, you know, this team and this business has got me through depression. You know, it's got me off my antidepressants, out of counselling, and, you know, got me back on track to trying to pick myself back up again. So basically, overall, yes, the main reason I joined is for the community, and that is exactly what you get from this team. You know, no matter what, no matter when you need it, because we're international, we've got people all over the world. It means that you're not going to have any sort of hour in the day where you can't reach out to the team, because if the people in the UK aren't up, someone over in America or Australia might still be up, and, you know, you can just reach out and you'll always have someone to talk to. So that's the wonderful thing about this team. You know, you've constantly got the support there. So yeah, I think that's kind of the main reason why I joined and why I'm still in it, basically.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I love this. Hopefully we'll hear a different story from every single person in our team, because I would love for people to share kind of what it is that they love about this as well. So next week I have a totally different topic, again around the idea of making your environment empowering. In a couple of weeks I'm going to be doing more practical tips, like what it is that you can actually do if your environment sucks, and how you can make that better, and what you can do to kind of improve on that. So I hope you guys have found this really useful. Please send it to somebody. That would be the best gift for us. Like, if you have somebody in your life that you think could benefit from this, please send it to them and let them know that they can reach out to us, and they can be part of our community too, like just by being in one of our groups and, you know, seeing what it is that we're about. So sorry, I just got a message from Molly. Hi, Molly. Do definitely, please make sure you speak to the person that invited you to this call, and we see you soon. Bye, guys.